Welcome to 8,000 Miles Away. This is your host, Vic, and coming at you on a Monday morning. So busy day for me. Hey guys, cup of coffee in the morning like everybody else do in the world. Hey guys, I want to start by thanking everyone again for subscribing to 8,000 Miles Away. We love you subscribers. We want more and more. We want to deliver you more and more. And we are going to do that. So again, I appreciate that. I was super excited in that last video just to get to 1,000 because I know how much dang on work it was to get there. So, but today I got a topic. The topic today is I do not want to go to America. See, where this is coming from is that a lot of American or Western women or American people have the mindset that everybody overseas, and in this particular case, we're talking about the Philippines and Thailand. So they have the mindset that everyone wants to come to America. Now, granted, everyone knows opportunity is here in America because this is nothing but a big capitalist machine. But most of all, most Filipino women, and we're talking about Filipino women because that's what this channel is about, they prefer to stay at home with their family. So all this narrative that they want a green card and they want to come to America. Yes, some are optimistic like that, or opportunists and want to come there and better themselves. But at the same time, if they had their choice, they'd rather stay home with their family, close-knit ties to their family, because they used to solving problems as a group, as a unit, as a family structure. Unlike we do here in the United States where everybody individually wants to handle their own problems. But there is a family unit. Families stick together, ties together. Family stays together. And they fight off problems together. So they don't want to really be pulled from their family. They really don't want to be pulled from their family. You're much better off if you stay in the Philippines for a lot of reasons other than just that. So the narrative or the bullshit that these black women and the people against the passport brothers and other people here, just in this whole thought frame in the United States that everybody wants to go overseas is absolute bullshit. Get that shit out your head. And that's what this is about today. And there are a lot of reasons why you should not bring your woman to the United States. So women, stop saying they want visas. Stop saying they want to come to the United States because if they had their preference, if your ass wasn't so persuasive, and again, Filipino women are going to follow their man. If they deem you as a leader and they're going to follow you, be cooperative and follow you. But shit got to be right for that to happen. And this is what this video is all about today. I don't want to go to America. Now let's get after the video after I get a cup of this Joe, as they say. You motherfuckers, y'all. All right, let's check it out. All right, so see the first video, I'm going to lead into this one here. This is a very popular YouTuber who had a boyfriend, and this is what happened when dude wanted to take her to the States. All right, there you go. Let's get
confident, or I'm open to say this now. Actually, he wanted me to go to the US.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's not financially ready to retire
here.
Yeah, because he's like 45 years old. So
okay.
yeah, he's 45 years old, and then he wanted me to go there for like 45 years. But then I told him no, I cannot leave my family here because, especially the fact that my family is depending on me. I'm a family breadwinner, so I told him that if it's okay, if he can just, we can just like, what do you call this? We can just do LDR, but for 1 year.
Yeah.
But then, like, like, no, there's no
No.
way I would go there, and I hope you can respect that. I would
Yeah.
want to continue doing this relationship, but I don't think I can survive 5 years of waiting for you in a long distance. So we,
So, but he came here.
yeah, I came here last,
Once.
yeah, once.
And it went well.
Yeah, of course,
It went
absolutely.
well. But when he left back to States, he decided to take you there.
Yeah, he decided for me to take me in the U.S.
Wow. So yeah, I know not all are really for in the US
Yeah.
because family, family is a big thing or deal in the Philippines.
Yeah, absolutely. You know that we.
You hear that? She's still talking about it. Family is important there. It's more important than your bullshit, your bullshit wants and desires to take her there and floss her around in front of every damn body. If you know what I mean. So it ain't all about going to the United States, y'all. It's not all about taking women to the United States. Okay? Now, I have further evidence of that, and another from a clip that I have here, if I can find it, from an article here. And I'm going to just read this article here. The article is it says here. Hold on, just one second. It says, "Why do Filipinos aspire to go to see the United States?" And it's basically, I'm saying, it says here that the United States is often portrayed as a land of opportunities in third world countries. When people hear the United States, they picture wealth, freedom, opportunities. This is amplified in the Philippines. It is. Philippines is a country which produces a lot of migrant workers. Many go to the United States to work as nurses, domestic helpers, and skilled workers in a firm. Obviously, they earn higher income in their families back home. As such, those left in the Philippines are led to believe that by being in the United States, people are rich and life is easier. Of course, they fail to recognize that people in the United States are also suffering from the same financial issues, bills, taxes, and budgeting. But it is undeniable that the United States US dollar does seem and look tempting for any third world residents. The United States also used to be a colonial leader. For most, they want to visit the United States to experience the American culture. American in general, colonial mentality as also applies. By being a former colony, some find pride in being a former American territory and show some love for the United States, despite not being Americans themselves. If you ask any random Filipino a question, do you like the United States? You can be assured the majority will say yes. But if you ask them, do they want to live in the United States? The majority will say no. Too much crime, too much politics, too much fucked up culture. They know that. It's all over social media. Okay? They do not want to necessarily live here. Only for the dollar. Only for the dollar, then hightail back home as soon as they can. That is Filipinos that are traditionally from Filipino, indigenous of Filipino. Now, Filipino American that was born and raised here, they're just like us. But for the ones that come from the Philippines, they want to go back home where everything's a lot more simple. Okay? Now, if you decide you want to go to America and take your beautiful brown merino skinned woman there, then your motherfucking game better be tight, just like R. Kelly say. Because if it ain't tight, it ain't right, bruh. I got another video. Let's get after it. And then, let's get after it. I'm not bullshitting you. All right, Filipino people, you hit them.
Considering taking your much younger Filipina home to the West. A large difference in age has Danger Will Robinson written all over it. Now again, I'm not saying this is inevitable, but in my opinion, you run a much higher risk of disaster. What can happen? Well, for example, let's say you're 3 or 4 decades older than your 20-something bride. That's a gap, but not all that uncommon in expat Filipino unions. You haven't bothered to examine any of the risk factors I listed. because you're sure that you and your young bride are deeply in love, an unbreakable love. And maybe you're right, or maybe you just see what you want to see. So you hop on that plane and head to the promised land to start a new life with your hot young wife. Now this is what your Filipina might have looked like here in the Philippines. But after a few years in your Western country, things can change like that. Now this is how your wife looks. She's absorbed your culture just like you assumed she would, and decided to dress and act like the locals. She's discovered a new world, a new way of thinking and acting, lots of new freedoms and free time, dishes and clothes that wash themselves, and a new model for the roles of men and women. She's been bombarded by Western media and advertisements. Not only that, but she's probably met a new group of friends closer to her own age. Friends that think your age gap is kinda ucky. And they tell her so when you're not around, when they're trying to get her to go out to the club to mingle with hot guys that shower them with drinks and propositions. Suddenly, in her eyes, you're no longer the rock star she once saw when she looked at you. Now, you look pretty damn average at best. In fact, to her you might even look like an old man on death's door. She may even subconsciously decide it's a good idea to start looking around for someone else to partner with, once you become too big a burden on her and her new freedoms. And of course, the sex has died down, just like it eventually does for all married couples. And the novelty of her amazing life in a new country has leveled off too. She didn't plan this. She loved you with all her heart and probably still loves you. But a young woman in the flower of her youth may not stay happy for long when she realizes she has to give it all up to care for a senior citizen. It's just the way it is. Remember how you felt back in the Philippines? Powerful, attractive, and still attached to be fought over by shy local girls who giggled as they stared into your exotic blue eyes? Well, back in the West, you realize you've lost your superpowers. You're just an average guy again. And there are new, more attractive hunters on the prowl. There's Chad, the 35-year-old handsome, single doctor who's hitting on your wife at the hospital where she volunteers every Tuesday. Or the hunky divorced stockbroker named Rocky who lives down the street and always smiles and waves when she goes to the mailbox. Do you really think that she isn't intoxicated by all the attention? Attention she never got back home? Just like you were back in the Philippines. Here in the West, she's the hot commodity that you were in the Philippines. The advantage you had in our country suddenly turned to her favor. And you think, how the hell did this happen? Well, you re-entered the Twilight Zone. But this time, the nightmare's on you. I almost guarantee you that you won't be able to hold on to her. So if you want to avoid a crushing blow to your ego, your love life, and your finances, take a hard look at things I've said. But if hearing is not enough and you need a visual demonstration of what could be in store for you if you make the wrong move, I'll leave you with this harsh little truth bomb.
Hon, don't forget my blood pressure medication from the pharmacy.
Yeah, I'll get it. Oh, Chad, you're so funny and cute.
Hon, I'm out of denture cream too.
All right, keep your shirt on. Ooh, Rocky's online.
One more thing, hon. I need more Viagra.
Ew, I think I'll accidentally forget that one. What am I doing right now? Nothing. The country club? Now? Sure. Dear, I'm off to do some errands.
Ah, hon, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Little humor there. And it ain't always Chad. It could be Tyrone too, or one of you brothers. Look, a lot of humor there, but it's best if your game ain't tight and you ain't really got a foundation, your relationship ain't found, got a strong foundation, then you might not want to take her to the U.S. because if she's hot, if she's a 5 over there, she's a 10 over here. If she's a 9 over there, she's incredibly gorgeous over here. If she's a 9 or 8 over there, again, she's a 10 over there. If you understand what I'm trying to say. So if your game ain't tight, please do not take it to the United States. Because these thirsty motherfuckers will go after her. And the other benefit I'm trying to tell you, as I said from the beginning, they're really better off in their own country. Number one, it's going to be cheaper for you to live there. Number two, you're going to have all the amenities of a beach and mountains and just so many places to visit and do. Number three, it's just better that they be around their own family because they're used to being around their family and they're better off and they thrive better when they're together. And number four, you don't want to go through that bullshit, especially if your relationship ain't tight. And especially if you one of these old cats who be trying to have young women. Those are some of the reasons why you probably shouldn't take her to America. And again, this is also kind of the reason why this narrative that these B-dubs and other Westerners, when they say that all they want to do is come to America, really they just want to be home and don't want to go to America unless it's for optimistic reasons of themselves, trying to better themselves, and or wanting to follow their man because they trust their man. Otherwise, they just want to stay at home. I'll holler at y'all later. 8,000 miles away. Again, I appreciate y'all getting us to 1,000 subscribers. We're off and running to the next plateau. 5,000 subscribers, 10,000, whatever that is. But we love you all. Have a great work week, and we'll holler at you later. Peace.